Winter is upon us, though you might not feel it much unless you are in the northern half of Cyrodiil. In the southern half, like down near Leowin, it's like a normal day in the spring or autumn, so the swamps down near Blackmarsh, they'll never get too cold, which thankfully didn't make my experience trudging through them more miserable than they needed to be. Back when I was searching for all that Nirnroot. So the Nirnroot hunt can now be put behind me. Sindarian finally had enough of them, and I will eventually go back to him to pick up his final potion of exploration. Small but tedious quests with little rewards seem to be common here in Cyrodiil. Let's not forget the Shadowbanish wine quest, which I eventually lost a lot of my enthusiasm for when I discovered just how few old ruined forts still had them. But I have a journal that lists all the work, or quests if you will, that I've been given, and I will be going through all of them and checking them off as they are completed. Perhaps it's a touch of Sheogorath in me, but I do feel the need to complete all the work that I have accepted, though in what order and how long it will take me is another matter. The most important, usually mean the war to keep Mehrunes Dagon in check, comes out at the top of my list, no matter where in the list it might have been written down. So where does all that place Umaril the Unfeathered? Not extremely high normally. However, in a war, the main enemy is always under careful consideration as to how to maneuver your pieces to keep them in check, while you muster the strength to destroy them. When you're suddenly attacked by another enemy, to use an analogy, a smaller nation, one that normally wouldn't present much of a threat to yours, but has used the opportunity of the greater war to strike at you now. In this situation, this tends to upset the entire focus of the war. Now, while still trying to keep the main enemy in check, you move your army to then deal with this minor nation that has become the top priority. This minor nation should be able to be defeated and put back in its place somewhat quickly, but it needs the focus of all of your forces to do so before you can then return your full attention to the main enemy once again. This is why I am now fully focused on defeating Umaril the Unfeathered. With all the recent knights who have joined the Knights of the Nine, the four of us don't have to battle every one of Umaril's minions by ourselves, since our number is now greatly increased. So let our brave knights deal with the tedium, while we aim to find and kill Umaril the Unfeathered himself. There is one last ancient piece of equipment used by Pelinal Whitestrake left to get, and once I have it, we will then do everything in our power to strike at Umaril. And when he's gone, I can then return my attention to where it was before, listening for reports of anything Mehrunes Dagon and his Mythic Dawn are up to, and countering it if we can, while I also continue my work in the cities, which is nearing completion. Once I'm a full mage within the Mages Guild and all the work in the cities has been completed, then I can concern myself with finally defeating Mehrunes Dagon. We are going to Broken Paul Cave. Wherever it is, it's somewhere nearby here. I think I found it. Underneath here. I have arrived at Underpaul Cave, the location of Lord Vlindrel's grave. Sir Roderick died somewhere inside, battling the foul wraith that now wields the sword of the Crusader. Strange, there's a grave out here. Something is nearby, it's an ogre. Stay away from Prophet! Got your attention, didn't I? Very strong fists on that thing. Take his teeth. Nothing else on him worth anything. Alright then, let's go inside. Alright, another one of these places. We're to kill a wraith. Oh. I've seen something like this before. Why they put coffins on the sides of the wall like that, I don't know. Gold amulet. Some septums. Wraiths. There's going to be a wraith here, possibly vampires, by the looks of all these coffins.
Strange.
Ooh. Eerie. Graveyard. Really? An underground graveyard. Never heard of such a thing before.
I find zombies smelly and scary.
Me too, actually. It's old. Possibly going back to the original Knights. 300 years ago. Why is there a... It's almost like a castle. It's like this collapse from the surface. There's even trees down here. Weird. Hey, shh, Wolfgang. I thought wolves didn't bark. I thought they just howled. Why are you barking?
You made a big mistake.
Skeleton. Something I haven't been doing enough is this.
Dead.
Here.
Ouch.
Getting hit. Ouch. Soul. Another one.
I have you. Take that.
I have to make sure. I don't even know if I have enough gems. I haven't recharged my weapon in a while. Oh. Petty, I'll use that one. Got a grand soul and a greater soul, which I'll save.
You make this curious.
Okay, that's not... This is the one I want. Another one.
You leave my friend alone, you bastard!
Let's even get over there. Claymore voltage. Well, might as well take it. Elven Claymore. They're very heavy, though. I missed the daggers I was picking up. It's an eerie sound. Can't open these. There's nothing inside of the sarcophagus. This is the only way to go. Okay, no, it's not true. But we'll go this way anyway. That's a lich.
You are as good as dead. Ha
Take.
I would like to get the soul of a lich. I guess I don't have any place to store it, though.
Go ahead.
Out of the way. Ah, just go, stupid Daedrith. A staff of severing. Not really worth very much. I guess I'd take it. Ah! Flame licked me. Okay, well, we've gone quite deep in here. There's 2 other ways to go, though. I move so fast that it's not really that much of an annoyance to go from one end to the other. This is where the lich was. Alright, so where do we go from here? So I need to go right. Another lich.
I'm not afraid of you.
Staff of Fragility. Interesting. Alright, so I was going this way. Just wanted to go this way. I don't know where this leads. Maybe it was the same place as the other route went. A rat for you, Vilya. I know you would have attacked it. Oh!
I kill you!
That could have killed us, if I didn't get hit by the arrow.
I kill you!
Ah.
You make this too easy.
Now I think I could use that gem.
Let's see what you've made of.
Yeah.
You make this too easy.
I'm not
I have you.
There. Well, that was exhausting. Oh, well, you've been hitting Wolfgang with your arrows, Vilya. Look. Whew. Tiring work. Well, I don't know where this goes, but they don't go to the same place. Poor Wolfgang. Weird. Ugh. Have this zombie. Septums,
Compared to
67
this, Goblin
septums.
Mine seems almost pleasant.
Oh. Sir Roderick, I guess this just happened then? Or Longsword of the Dynamo. Very nice. Shock damage. He has quite a bit of nice Flamewalker Greaves. I guess I could take that as well. Helm of the Deep. Well, we must be close to the sword then, I would think. Gold lockpick. Tomb. A blue silk shirt. Well, I need silk, or a nice shirt. I'm not sure if this would qualify as that nice, though. Knights of the Nine Cuirass. Knights of the Nine Shield. And Bones. So, this is where Lord Vlindrel died, I suppose, or was buried, entombed. I think we found the Wraith. There's 2 Wraiths here.
You don't scare me!
I think this is a normal Wraith.
You don't scare me!
You want to kill me.
Finally noticed me, and I'm encumbered. I can't move. But
That's a bit
I cannot move.
You Never mind.
You think you can beat me?
I can still do some things from here. Should be able to move in a few seconds. It's defeated. The Wraith of Lord Vlindro is destroyed. I need to reclaim the sword of the Crusader that he somehow twisted to his evil purpose. Leave it to a Wraith to make me unable to move. Ectoplasm. The sword's got to be around here somewhere. The Eerie Cavern. Big carambolette mushrooms. Well, I don't want to go into the cold water for it. I guess as a last resort. If I can't find it anywhere else. $82 gold, gold sapphire ring. Why is there a torch out in that tiny little rock in the middle of the water? Makes me think what I'm looking for is there. Well, I'll search this whole cavern. If I cannot find it anywhere else.
I don't know. What's the point in running around doing things all the time?
Now where did I put that?
Why not just...
Master Retort. Not sure if I have that. No. No, I don't. I'll hold on to this and sell it, though. Wow. So... Expert, so I need a better alembic. That's my weakest item. What a Master Retort. It's nice. Wolfgang. I didn't go through this way. Potion of Cure Disease. Completely useless. Well, who puts bones in a fire? Isn't that sign of Sheogorath right there? Burning bones. Okay, I guess I have to go in the water then. The water? I have to go into the water. Not sure where. Sure, just jump in. Ooh. Nice view, Vilya. I don't really want to go in there. But this is where I found his corpse. But that doesn't mean that's where I need to go. He somehow twisted to his evil purpose. Did he drop it somewhere? Wait. Here it is, Sword of the Crusader. I have recovered the Sword of the Crusader, but it has been desecrated by the foul wraith that wielded it. I should take it to the Chapel of Arcade in Shedenhall to consecrate it to its holy purpose. Right, so... that's all there is to this place. There is another area. Fortunately, I chose the right path to go. Strange that they put together this wall here. Maybe it's to hold up the... maybe it was weakened? Usually you use wood to hold up sections of the wall, though. Not stonework inside of a mine-type area. No. Yeah, I didn't go through there. The Underpall Keep North Wing, or... I guess the East Wing? Does it really matter, though? If I wish to train further in restoration, I must find Oleta at the Chapel of Akatosh in Kvatch. Is that not the chapel with the roof that was torn off? underground. This is so strange, too. I wonder if there's a way up there. Oh, I don't know. I do know we came through this way. Oh. And this is the way out. Oh, I have to say it's nice to be out of there. Not that it gave me an eerie feeling, I really didn't like it. Okay. Mount up. We need to go back to the Priory, I guess. Or no, first we go to Shaden Hall. Reconcentrate, create the sword, and then go to the Priory again. Priory of the Nine. Wait, which means I have to dismount. Teleport to Frostcrag Tower, and this will take me directly to Shaden Hall. You know what? While we're here, though, it'd be nice to sleep. Listen, you guys have the floor. I'm just going to rest. It's getting a little late. Oh, it's bright early in the morning, and I am over encumbered, of course. Let's go to Shaden Hall. I guess we go to the chapel. Where else would one go to reconsecrate a magical artifact? Oh, you're the one that saves, aren't you? Not the Red Queen. Or you're the Red Queen's mother, right?
How about
Yes.
just go and kill something?
Go kill something. Kind of sounded like an orc. How about we go kill something? And no killing cats. Fergus.
How can I help?
You can't. Unless you can reconsecrate the sword. Look! Umaril! Minions!
You leave my friend alone.
I'm on your side.
Sorry!
You're sorry after. Show me. Dead for me.
You leave my friend alone. You bastard.
Ah!
You're hardly a match for me.
Your head.
You won't stick me that easily.
There's another one. Ah! I am a little tired.
I'll kick your sore ass to the moon. I have you.
Umaril's Orans had been destroyed. Shaden Hall's chapel is safe, for now. I can now reconsecrate the sword of the Crusader to Archay on the high altar. Daedra. They are Daedra. A flawless pearl. Keen Ayleid battle axe. I cannot carry anything more.
You will be so dead. You think you can
Philia,
beat
is this what you've been doing over
Go
here?
ahead.
Wasting all your Daedric arrows? What a waste. You can't even buy these. You only get them from wherever. Powerful enemies, at least. I know that. Come on. That was a total waste. We're fighting for our lives over there. You need to take out 2 rats?
Hello.
Jade Heart, Grand Soul Gem, the Common Soul, and a Topaz. Hello? Oh, we lost another one. The sword of the Crusader has been reconsecrated. I now possess all 8 of the Crusader's relics. I should return to the Priory to consult with my knights about how to attack and destroy Umaril. It would be nice to get this over with. I'm going to pray to the Nine for help and guidance. How am I... Ugh, the blade is heavy. Vilya?
Wouldn't it be nice to just talk a little, you and I?
If you want, tell me about yourself.
I have to admit that I never was a particularly good barmaid. I was too shy to joke with the customers, and on top of that... Well, quite frankly, I am so horribly ticklish. And the customers at Count's Arms in Anvil all noticed. You bet they had fun trying to tickle me. I don't know how many trays with food that I dropped. Wilbur was a sweetheart though. He never complained. He just sighed. But I think he might have been just a tad bit relieved when I quit my work after buying Bruiser.
Okay. I need you to take some of my items, please. So you're terribly ticklish, are you? Let's, check your gear.
Of course.
Yeah, I am slightly over-encumbered. You can take... You have this long sword. It's quite heavy. That's good.
Yes? Talk later.
I pray to the Nine for your guidance. Please help me along the path that I have chosen to follow. To stop my runes Dagon, and I guess also to stop Umaril, the Unfeathered. Alright. Seems to be... Everything seems to be working.
Sure.
So we lost some follower of the Nine there. What now? Are you attacking Fergus? No! Get out of here.
That's the best you can do.
Whoa, I'm hungry. Did you bring something to eat?
Actually I do. Here's an apple for you.
Good, I guess an apple can do it. Thanks. Can I help you?
Yes, get out of here. We're done now. See you later.
I'll wait for you at home. See ya.
Where are you supposed to go? Go away. Why are you still here?
Do your worst. Am I supposed to be
That's it. I'm fleeing the city. Last thing I want is for the guards to start turning on me. And they just might, too. So here we are. Let's go to Skingrad. Ugh.
You look like someone who's comfortable in heavy armor.
You noticed that, huh? Wonder if it was the heavy armor. Okay, let's go. I told Fergus to leave. If he's still in the city fighting the guards, that's his problem. I have nothing to do with that. Last thing I want is more pressure. Go back to prison, or just to be executed outright. Which they may do if I start killing guards along with them.
At times you are a bit crazy. But I do like you.
Are you talking to me? Tell you what, after we deal with Umaril, how about you decide what we'll do? I'll follow your lead. After Umaril. Hey, time to mount up. We go to the Priory.
My dearest friend, how are you doing today?
In your company, I'm just fine. Let's go. How odd. I swear that looks like a tombstone. Perhaps a grave? I don't know, maybe it's just a rock. That doesn't look like a rock, though. It looks like a tombstone that's really, really weathered, perhaps millennia old. Well, we're near the Priory. There it is. It could also be a rock, I don't know. Really, what do you think a tombstone is? Just another one. I don't know. Maybe it's just an old rock formation.
Lord Crusader, the prophet is here. He's just arrived. He seemed to know you were coming, told me to wait for you, and here you are.
The prophet of Vandal came.
He is preaching to the assembled knights in the chapel. You should speak to him at once.
Yeah, I probably should have sold everything I could. What the? What's this? Where did you come from? Well, that was odd. Is there any more of them? There's my Daedric dagger I've been looking for. Ebony bow? No, I can't take it. I'll be over encumbered. Glass cuirass. Same thing, over encumbered. Oh, look at everybody assembled.
9 knights, as the embodiment of the might of the
Yes,
9
dear?
divines, shall go forth together
Who's
to
that?
face the unfeathered. And he shall be cast down from on high, his wickedness scattered to the wind. He shall end his days as dust in the void.
Let's hope so.
Go now, knights. Face the beast. Fear not death, for the 9 shall be your shield, and they shall bring you to rest, should you fall. You have stepped from the humble shadows of obscurity and into legend. No feat you have accomplished in your life compares to what you have become. You are an embodiment of Pelinal Whitestrake, the bane of Umaril the Unfeathered. The time has come for you to fulfill your destiny. Umaril lies hid in the ancient fane of Garlus Malatar. You must go there.
Where?
And
Gallus.
destroy him.
I am ready then.
No. Should you face Umaril, you would suffer the same fate as Pelinal. The times change, and even the shape of the divine itself must change with it. Where once there were 8, now 1 more stands with them, and they have become 9.
You mean Talos?
Aye, with the apotheosis of Tiber Septim, the face of the divine was transformed. Talos ascended, and the 8 became 9. So, although you wear the armor of the gods, it is incomplete. A relic of the old ways and the old gods.
How do I destroy Umaril then?
As a proven guardian of this realm, and a warrior the likes of which have not been seen in millennia, Talos grants you his sacred blessing. With the ancient gifts of the 8 and the new gift of the 1, you are ready to face Umaril.
Okay. I just needed his blessing. What does the blessing do?
It will allow you to follow Umaril into the spirit realm upon his death. It will allow you to destroy him, body and soul, utterly and for all time.
Sounds good to
You
me.
must first kill his living body. While beyond the power of most mortals, this is only the lesser of your 2 tasks. His Daedric nature allows his spirit to escape into oblivion after death. Oh, this is what Pelinal learned upon defeating Umaril the first time.
That's how he survived.
But you can do what Pelinal could not. The blessings of Talos will allow you to follow Umaril's spirit when it leaves his body. This you must do, and you must not fail. You will not, because the 9 fight with you.
The 9 fight with me. I want to know about Umaril's spirit.
When Umaril joined with the Daedra, his spirit expanded beyond this realm. His physical form can travel between realms, but his spirit is bound. When his body is destroyed, his spirit travels back to oblivion and is reformed in the fires of creation. With the armor of the gods and the blessing of Talos, you will be able to follow him where Pelinal could not and destroy his very spirit. Once his spirit is destroyed, he will be completely obliterated, erased from all realms of existence.
Alright, it almost sounds like a lesser version of apotheosis. You don't ascend to be a god, you ascend to be a Daedra, I suppose. What is Garlas Malatar? Never heard of that place.
Garlas Malatar was the westernmost outpost of the Ayleid Empire. It watched over what we call the Abyssinian Sea. Since his return, Umaril has taken Garlas Malatar as his lair.
So, nearby
That
Anvil.
is where you must seek him out.
What kind of a foe is Umaril?
Umaril cannot be bested in his physical form by any normal means. His blows can strike down the mightiest of warriors in a single stroke. The Eight created the relics to withstand Umaril's fell power. Do not attempt to face him without this divine protection.
Yes, well, now that I have it, I think I'm all ready, if that's all.
Your knights will assemble at Garlas Malatar and await you there. Gather all those who you deem worthy.
Everyone.
Not all who enter those halls shall return. Those who fall in service of the Nine will live on forever in the halls of their fathers. I wish you well on your quest, Crusader. We are depending on you.
Hail, Commander.
Hail, Lord Crusader.
Who are you? A strange-looking Bosmer.
Sir Knight, allow me to introduce myself. I am Brelin of Silvenar, at your service. I come to offer myself as a knight in service of Auriel, or Akatosh, as he is known in Cyrodiil. I bring nothing but my skill with the blade, which is not inconsiderable, and my devotion to the Lord Auriel. Will you accept me, as unworthy as I am?
It's very odd for an elf who worships Oreo to come and help with the Nine. I accept. Welcome to the Order.
I am honored to join the Order under your illustrious command. Excuse me while I go to the armory and attire myself as befits a Knight of the Nine.
Yes, Akatosh is said to have an aspect of Oreo. Yes, I'll leave him to pray. But on several of the so-called Nine are gods of men that the elves, especially the high elves, would not appreciate. So it can't be that late. It's still in the morning. Feels like it's evening. Alright, so Garlas Malatar. Oh, it's on the coast. Literally on the coast. I've been nearby there. I've been to Crowhaven. That's where I went to get the journal for that orc, the champion orc. That's the champion of the Imperial City Arena. So I was right by there. But it looks like an Ayleid ruin. Okay, yeah, that's quite a long ride. Okay, let's all ride. Ride together. If we're going to ride as a force, I don't want to just teleport there. Come on. I'll summon Fergus when we get there. Okay, let's try to catch up to the Knights of the Nine. This is going to be a long ride. Doesn't help that it's storming. Okay, this is what's left of Anvil. Sorry, I mean Kvatch. Or some over-encumbered. I should probably try selling everything I'm carrying in Anvil before going to the place where Umaril is. Alright, so, I heard that you... Is it you, Talia?
Gods, I don't
Oleta.
even
let
notice
this
it.
happen.
Oh, hello.
With us?
You can train me further in restoration.
That roll makes me like
Greetings, traveler. What do you seek?
You. I seek training.
You have helped to save Kvatch, or what is left of it. For that, I can do nothing less than help you spread healing throughout Cyrodiil. I shall offer you whatever skill I have.
Okay, let's get
I'm
to
willing to
training then.
teach, if you're willing to learn.
It's expensive. Let's train as much as I can.
You've got a lot to learn.
The secret energies of the human body have not surrendered their mysteries easily to me. I am now an expert with restoration and can cast expert-level restoration spells. Which means I'm going to have to create a new
Let's see if we can't teach you a thing or two. Knowledge is power.
one. A new one for myself.
There's much I can show you.
I have one
You've got a
that I
lot
can
to
use on
learn.
others.
There's much I can show you. You've got a lot to learn. Pay
This is
attention,
not cheap
and you
at
can...
all.
Knowledge is power.
Yes, knowledge is power.
I can show you some new things.
Okay, so I cannot train anymore. Not for a while, at least.
Be seeing you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
I'm just lucky to be alive.
We all are, when you think about it. We all are. Now, let's head back to Umaril's hideout. Alright, we're ready. Oh, I think I'm going the wrong way. It's somebody's house. Whitemond Farm. Interesting. Okay, so we go west. Crossing the road. Hopefully the Crusaders have found their way here. I seem to have taken up after them, behind them. The Abyssian Sea. Is that it? Well, it's no Ayleid ruin. Some stag. This has to be it. I don't see the knights. I have arrived at Garlus Malatar. My sworn foe, Umaril, the Unfeathered, awaits me inside. The final duty in my holy quest is to find him and destroy him. Yes, I have to destroy him twice. Nernroot over there, I think. Once in this plane. Our plane. There's Nernroot over here, too. Oh, here they all come. Maybe they're waiting for me and I just rode on past them.
Hail, Commander. I stand ready, Lord Crusader. Shall we launch our attack on Garlus Malatar?
No, wait for my signal.
Of course, Commander. We will attack at your command.
Greetings, Sir Knight.
How many do we have?
Hail, Lord
2,
Crusader.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, including Wolfgang, Fergus, and William. 11 of us. I think it would be 9 if it was just me and the knights.
I think it's good to see your store springing up in Cyrodiil. It's also cake for female figure.
I am looking for more
However,
armor.
I've yet to see a good daily course set.
I move really, really fast. Almost like I don't need to be on horseback. No, but my horse takes me much faster than this. It just seems fast because I'm so low to the ground. Okay, so we have to kill Umaril twice, and you guys can help with any of his minions. Sir Caradus.
I stand ready, Lord Crusader. Shall we launch our attack on Garlus Malatar?
Launch the attack.
Knights of the Nine! Umaril and his Aurorans must be destroyed!
Umaril has his minions, and I have mine.
We're ready for anything.
Knights of the Nine! This is the part.
Well, these guys weren't here a moment ago. Wow. Nice hit.
You'll never take that down.
Okay. Let's go inside.
So far, so good.
Umaril's Aurorans are
Knights of the Nine! Did you think Die, sir!
Take that. Just the security honest guide my
Why did they kill my summon data? So I'm using my better heal spell. I didn't know I had it in my spellbook already, but I do. It's opening up doors.
You think you can be...
Weak potion healing, I don't need that. Killing rats, huh?
I'm not afraid of you. You leave me.
It reminds me, I really should use... Of course this has to happen during combat. Oh, I got a grand soul. Or common soul. Another common soul. Grand greater. Which I don't want to use yet. Where's Umaril? Come out and face me, you coward. Oh, didn't realize there's so many of them. Come on, where are my knights? Oh, here they are.
Die, damn you!
Take that.
They have good gems on them, so I will search every one of them. Lesser soul gems. The old throne room of whatever Ayleid king ruled this area. I'm surprised people still put stuff in there. Septimus. Okay, they've been killing a lot of these Orans. I have to look at my magical map. Okay, so it would seem I have to go behind me, which I figured. Let's just explore this area first. Probably nothing but a few septums. Okay, so we can go back.
You don't scare me.
You once keep me
Only
dead.
my friends
It's
don't.
quite a lot of them. I regret going this way. Would you just die?
Oh, that match for me.
Ouch.
You
Where's
once keep me
Ilya?
dead easily.
Sorry.
I'll kick your sorry ass.
She's been here the whole time. Whew. That's tiring work. I could probably use... yeah. These are very tough enemies, actually. They're not wimps. Common. That should just about do it. Let me... Oh, wait. There's nothing to charge. Wolfgang. Oh. I thought you were this wolf that was dead. You okay? I think it's time to use Greater Convalescence. Is this my best healing others spell? I think it is. This one is still twitching. Jeweled amulet. Okay, let's get out of here. We have... I don't even know what he is. He's not a Daedra Prince. He's just some kind of powerful Daedra, I guess. That can only really be defeated once we go into his Oblivion realm. Are you all waiting for me?
Other girls my age dress up in silk and velvet.
At
But
that
me?
place.
Oh no. Hey,
Let's
have you
keep
ever
moving.
heard of the expression, sharing the loot?
I have given you quite a lot of gold. Here, we're gonna go. Let's go.
Knights of the Nine!
For Akatosh and the Nine!
For Akatosh and the Nine.
Your master's gates are not supposed to be enforced!
I have to look for Umaril.
Righteous fury of
Die first!
Why was Endar and the Nine?
you fall down in Knights of the Nine have come for you.
The righteous fury of Standard take you. Take that.
Oops. How many of them are there? They keep on coming back.
You are as
Okay, well,
good
this
as
just might take...
dead.
This might never be completed.
You
Okay, we came in
are
here.
as good as dead.
Let them keep them busy then. Strange. Another Orin. Perfect summon spot. Keep him busy.
You're a dangerous bastard, aren't you?
The orb. Whoa. That was strange. Let's keep going. Let them keep Umaril's minions busy while we try to take down Umaril wherever he is. If Umaril is even here. Oh. I think I'm being shot at by someone with the shock spell. Ugh, more Orins.
You leave him alone!
Let's see what you're made of. Come on, fight! I'll kick your story up to the moon. I have you.
You're a dangerous bastard. Friend alone, you
You make this too easy.
Grand Soul Gem. Alright, where is Umaril? He's got to be around here somewhere. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.